day to you, sirs. It's Grizzle, of course, and we've got some new stuff coming to Evolve, which I wanted to talk about because I'm not sure a lot of people actually know about the sort of new stuff coming to Evolve. So I thought, well, I better make a video on it because, as far as I'm aware, only people that are quite active on the Turtle Rock forums actually have heard about this. So whether you're actually active on those forums or not, it's been made pretty obvious by a lot of the dev team and such that there's going to be different variations of hunters, starting with Rogue Val and Blitz Markov. So to explain it in the simplest way possible, Meteor Goliath is a different variation of the vanilla Goliath, basically exactly the same apart from he looks a little bit different. His abilities are the same, but they have a little bit more distance and speed on them, and then there's a longer cooldown on those abilities to make it balanced. Well, a similar thing is going to be happening with the hunters, starting with Markov and Val, hence the names Blitz Markov and Rogue Val. Now the changes to the hunters, a lot like Meteor Goliath is a different variation, they will have some tweaking to their weapons and equipment. They will be pretty much exactly the same weapons, except they will be a little bit more powerful in certain areas, but again will have increased cooldowns to make it more balanced. Not only that, a lot like Meteor Goliath, they are going to reskin them and make them look a little bit different so you can actually tell that the hunters are different variations of the certain characters. I don't know how far they're going to go with this, but I really would like to see something a little bit more than just changing the colour. For instance, I'd like to see Markov in a Blitz leopard skin because that would just make sense from that name. I also thought Val would look quite cool in a hood because she's like a sniper, but I don't know, that's just my opinion, but I think they're just simply going to change the colour. I've heard on the forums that apparently Markov is a chrome colour for when he's in his Blitz form. I don't know how that's going to work, but it'll be interesting to see when it actually comes out. I just wanted to mention, because I know a lot of people actually thought this, but they're not going to change any of the weapons for the hunters because they said that it wouldn't be the same. For instance, Markov wouldn't be Markov without his lightning gun, as Maggie wouldn't be Maggie without Daisy. So they're going to keep all the weapons the same. Also, it would be a horrible issue in balancing because the game's already quite hard to balance. But what you will see is the weapons being more powerful in certain ways. So Markov, we could see perhaps his mines doing more damage, but there will be, you know, a longer cooldown on his lightning gun. His lightning gun might have more range. It'll be really interesting to see. Anyway, you might be wondering why they're making different variations of monster and hunter. Well, I did mention this quickly in my last video, but basically it does take a long time to create a whole new hunter or a whole new monster. So by making different variations of all the characters so far, it takes a whole lot less time, and they can bring DLC content out to us a lot quicker. Not to mention, I'm almost to the 95% sure that the different variations they bring out for all the monsters and hunters will be free. Simply because they brought Meteor Goliath out for free and everyone loved him. And they also said that when Rogue Val and Blitz Markov do hit all the platforms, they are also going to be free. This will mean as long as you actually own a certain hunter or monster, you will eventually get a different variation for them. So we are going to be getting content a lot more often, but I don't know how often, but it may be every couple of months, which will keep people's interest in the game a lot more. But don't worry, there is even more than that as well. We haven't had a new map for Hunt in quite a while now. I think the last maps were, of course, Broken Hill Mine and Broken Hill Foundry, so I would assume that we can expect some new maps coming to the game very, very soon. And of course, they said, as always, those maps are going to be free. In terms of game modes, I have no idea. Maybe they will surprise us with some new game modes, but they'd have to be very creative in my opinion, because I think it's going to be quite hard to make up new game modes for this kind of game. Then, of course, lastly, they can bring to us new monsters and new hunters. They will be a lot less often, as you guys know, but that's simply because they do take a lot of time and effort to balance, whereas actually making a different variation of any hunter or any monster takes very, very minimal time in comparison. So a lot of free content is coming to the game, so I am dead excited for it. When we can actually expect Rogue Val and Blitz Markov, I actually have no idea, but the time where I'm expecting there to be something new is probably sort of towards the end of October. As you guys know, Halloween is right round the corner, and the new monster is pretty much definitely on the list to be coming out next. And of course, because the monster's so creepy, it would just make so much sense for it to be coming around that time. So I reckon 31st of October could be a big possibility to where we're going to be seeing this brand new monster. Then, of course, after his release, the medic and support are still to come. A lot of people wanted my thoughts on the new medic and support, or what I think they're going to be. The new medic on the left, I do believe, is definitely going to be a robot, because it's been hinted towards us through Jack. When Bucket goes down, he actually talks of a second robot and talks about the other robot, so that's a huge hint, and also it just looks like a robot in general. How he will heal, again, I have no idea, because I really don't think you can tell much from these pictures. But on the left hand side of the medic, you can see a little thing that looks like a flame, so I thought perhaps a healing flamethrower or possibly gas could be something to use to heal the hunters. So quite a close range medic, has to stay close to the characters and perhaps can heal very easily, but of course the downside is he can't heal from a long range. But either way, it would be interesting to see. Then the support, he kind of gives me an alien vibe, but he might be half human, half alien. That's a complete possibility. Also, the fact he has a hood or what looks like some sort of cloak on, it makes me feel as if his particular cloak as a support might be buffed compared to the other hunters. This is just my thoughts. I don't think this might happen, but it'd be pretty cool if perhaps his cloak had a larger range, so he could actually cloak hunters further away from him. A lot like Lazarus can heal burst a lot further, and Slim can as well, whereas the other medics have quite a close range heal burst, so possibly they could be buffing the particular cloak for this support. When the new medic and support are actually coming out, I'm not quite sure, but I think they're going to be very soon after the Monsters release. The reason I think this is because they did say that they're going to bring all content out during 2015, as far as I'm aware. I think the 2016 thing was a mix-up. I think that was like a maximum date, but maybe they will be releasing it slightly into 2016. But either way, assuming the new Monster is going to be coming out in October, well, that's when I personally think it's going to be coming out, I think we could be seeing the new support on the new medic maybe during November, December. A Christmas release could be a possibility. They may even both be released before the new year, and if not, then I'm sure they'll probably release them sort of January, which I highly doubt they're going to do. In fact, I do think they're probably going to release both of them this year, which will be absolutely sick, which actually means we don't have to wait that long for them. Then in between all that, I'm assuming we're going to get all these different hunter and monster variations. Personally, if in terms of different variations, I'd probably be most excited for Lennox, which I probably won't be for quite a while. Although, if you didn't know, Lennox is probably one of my favourite characters to play. I wouldn't say she's the most effective, but she can be played insanely, and I love getting in little positions where the monster doesn't realise how much damage you're doing to them. So I absolutely love playing Lennox, if you didn't know. Probably one of my favourite characters. Just love being in the Thunderchild. So you'll actually have to let me know what you guys are excited for in terms of different hunter variations and different monster variations, or which ones you're looking most forward to. But on another note, I'm going down to Eurogamer, or EGX, because I got a YouTuber pass to go to it. So that's thanks to you lot. I can't believe that I actually got a YouTuber pass, so that means I get access to all 4 days, get to play Star Wars Battlefront, Rainbow Six Siege, all these new games, which is going to be absolutely sick, and I can't wait. I'm going down with Tim, which you'll probably find a lot of you know from my streams, and another YouTuber called the Apex Hound, and we're probably just going to chill, play some games, probably do a bit of drinking. I'm actually going to vlog the whole thing for you guys, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that, or you want to see that. Unfortunately, the one gaming event I actually get an epic YouTube pass to, Evolve, isn't going, which really sucks, but then I'm kind of happy because I knew if they did go, they'd probably announce the new monster and I'd be in a hotel room unable to upload anything about it. So it's unfortunate though, because I think it'd be really cool to meet DV Sinclair and the people that, help develop the game, and obviously the community managers. It'd be absolutely awesome. But either way, if any of you are going to EGX, let me know, and perhaps we can arrange to see each other. It'd be absolutely awesome. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been Grizzle, and I'll see you in the next video.